Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks so much for watching. If you've been, if it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button. If you want to get notifications from when we go live, hit the bell. We go live 30 minutes after market close. Or if you want to get notifications from when we post a video, we also post videos as well throughout the week. If you're not yet a member of our free options trading group, I have the link below for that. Kind of a crazy day here today. Things were pretty much all over the place. So I was getting some things set up over here, and you know, the S&P's closed up, Dow closed up, Nasdaq closed up. If you're here right now, say what up. Jeff, what's going on? How you doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Getting the day going, or ending, depending on what you're doing here. Anyways, so yeah, S&P's closed up, Dow closed up, Nasdaq closed up, but wasn't really pretty. Ray Lee, Ali, what's going on? FC, what's going on? Kilgore Flux. What's going on? End of the day green. Congrats. Yeah, for me, I battled it. I battled it out as well today. Who else was here? FC, if you're here right now, say what up. FC, Ali, Samuel, what's going on? Let's see here. Baron, how you doing? And YouTube's being real weird today. All right, we're back. We're back on track. Sorry, we're having YouTube's being real weird today. All right, I think we're good. Really, Microsoft making some good moves, yeah. So today I actually closed up $33 on the day per account. At one point I was down about $70, and we clawed our way we clawed our way back to profitability. Seth, what's going on? If you're here right now, say what up. If it's your first time here, let us know you're here. Meet the UVH fam. Definitely want to connect with you. Say what up. If you made money today, comment got paid. If you lost money today, comment learned a lesson. And if you lost money due to Robinhood, comment Robinhood screwed me. George, what's going on? So yeah, like I was saying, today at one point I was down about $70 per account. I actually ended up closing out $33 up per account. So I'm at $33.50 today, and I'll pretty much walk you through my trades here. If Tasty Works will let me sign in here. All right. So this morning right at open, Baron got paid, Jordan got paid. Nice. FC shout out Baba. Yeah, we'll get to that. Oh, Ray Lee, 250 profit. Nice. So this morning at open, 4 minutes into open, I closed out Stitch Fix, left a lot of money on the table. Hey, Richard, as long as you make money, man. As long as you make money, it doesn't matter. This Stitch Fix, I left major gains on the table. If you take, I'm going to show you this right now. So Stitch Fix, I actually opened up for 80. I bought for 85 cents yesterday. If you take a look here, yesterday Stitch Fix, 85 cents. I sold it today for $1.60. So near 100% gains on this. And if I'm looking at Stitch Fix here, the one thing you got to be careful about Stitch Fix, the volume is low, so you got to be very careful. Make sure you get the pricing that you want. Don't get too aggressive. Don't load up on a lot of contracts. I'm literally only trading like one contract per account. So in total, I had 4 contracts. But you know, I'm only trading one contract at a time right here. And, you know, they had a 30% sell-off yesterday. Then it kind of it came back pretty good. And when I put the position on yesterday was right here around the 1895, 19 area, and then it just ripped up. And then this morning when we had this green candle, I sold it. I sold it on this because it was looking kind of flaky this morning because things weren't really going up. Things weren't really improving. Things were pretty much at open today. Was just leveling out. The market was adjusting the move. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to take this off the table. I'm up 100% on it. And then it shot up. You know, I would have made another $200, $100 to $200 per account if I held on to this rip. So, you know, it is what it is. On this pullback, though, I did add to the position when it came back down to like the 22 area. So today, we'll skip to. I did a strangle though instead of buying calls outright. I bought a strangle, so I bought the 21 put and the 22.50 call. So it was a bullish skewed strangle, and I've got that for $1.28. I'm currently down $11 on that position. So I took 75. I'm down $11 on this new position. It was profitable earlier in the day, but at close here, it kind of fell apart a little bit, but not as bad. It didn't fall apart as like some of the other stocks. It held pretty good after it hit 23. Did drop back down to the lower 22 range. So, you know, I think that we might see a couple more, but I'm hoping to take this off again. I have this on for next week expiration. So for low price stocks like this, I want to push it out as far as I can, or as far as I think that I can get a good price for. Richard, man, thank you again for the $5. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Keith, no problem, man. We're here for you. I knew you had the logic selling Stitch Fix. What if it couldn't get filled later? Stitch Fix might not have gotten filled if you held out peak point. Yeah, that's true. However, I did get filled. On this strangle, and I didn't really fight for it. You know, and that's the thing. Like when I want to take gains, when you're up 100%. You know, it took me a couple orders to get out of Stitch Fix. I did have a. My apologies, guys. My cough is just terrorizing me for the last couple weeks here. I feel great, but my cough is just lingering. Anyway, so you know, I did get filled on that, so we'll see where that goes. I'm hoping to take that off. If we can get some bullish momentum tomorrow, definitely we'll probably take it off. And if it closes this gap here, I probably won't trade it anymore. The other trade I did today was Bank of America. And Baron, yes, I did do the Under Armour trade, which I'll go over here in a second. So I did do a Bank of America trade for 16 days out for December 28th expiration. I have the 24.50 put and the 25 call. And I haven't traded Bank of America in a while, but we did talk about it yesterday on the stream a little bit. You know, it is trending down, especially after today. I mean, we did have some nice momentum. It sold off. It sold off at open pretty hard. It did gap up, so I will give you that. It did gap up to like 25. Sold off to like 24.40, 24.35, then came back to 25, and now we're back down here. So really just gave back everything and actually closed red. So, you know, long-term chart still bearish. So I still have those. I have the 24.50. So it was a very tight strangle. I have the 24.50 puts, 25 calls. And if you're looking at the downside here, you know, we did talk about this yesterday. If you're looking at the downside of Bank of America, we're looking at, right now it's at 24.52. We're looking at like the 23 range. So it could drop another $1.50, and that's really the target area right now for downside. Upside, you know, we're looking at like 26, 27 area if it wants to move back up. But so far does not seem to be the case. Then I did a Under Armour trade. So Under Armour was down 9% today at some point. I don't know what they closed out at. They were down 10% actually. So I did a bearish skewed strangle on this. I put it on after it got rejected at 21 because it said you know, it gapped down a lot. You know, it gapped down like $1 or $2, and then it was continuing to go down. It was bouncing around 20. I didn't know if it was going to break through 20 at all. But then when it went up to 21 and got rejected, I put a position on. So I put a position on at 1107. So right right in here, when it was like 20, 25, 20, 23 area, I put the position on for $1. So I got a 20 put and the 2150 call. 2150 calls mostly for protection. So the idea here is, right now I think I'm profitable on it by I'm up $6 on it because it just broke through 20, the $20. So if we can get below 20, I'll start making money faster. If we go back up to 22, 22.50, I'll either make a small profit or break even. But right now, obviously I want to go down. Under Armour, if you're looking at the chart here, they were up 70% in the last year. And, they were chilling at the top here and then finally breaking down to go lower. So my short-term target here is $18, around $18. And I put that on for next week, so I have December 21st. DD1, what's going on? Made some huge money on AMD. Nice. Those USO Jan 12 calls costing me a fortune. Oh, man, I didn't even check oil. Yeah, oil, USO's down. It was up today. Closed down. I don't go too big. That's why I don't go too big on trades. People are like, hey, why don't you go bigger? Why don't you? Because I don't lose a lot. When I do lose, I don't lose a lot. Yes, I can't. Yes, I cap my gains, but I don't lose. I don't lose a whole lot. I don't have $400 and $500 losing days. Greg, what's going on? S. Lecomte. I lost so much money today in calls. No price. My account closed 40 minutes after market close. Yeah, Robinhood. Yeah, we'll address Robinhood in a second after I get off these trades here. Kit, what's going on? Sammy, what's going on? Yeah, we'll address Robinhood because Robinhood was just terrible. So let me get through the rest of my trades here. So my target on Under Armour is 20. I then Alibaba. So I've been actually struggling with Alibaba. I haven't traded it in over a week or about a week, I believe. When was my last Alibaba trade? Let's look. And I lost on it. Come on, I know I did it. I know I did an Alibaba trade. Okay, so my last Alibaba trade was on 11/26, so quite a while ago, and I had max loss. I lost $1.75, $175. Carmine, what's going on? Cobra, what's going on? I lost 100, and I haven't. And the reason why is because I've been winning. I've been winning a long time on Alibaba, and I actually lost here too. I lost from $1.51. So I lost two losing trades in a row on Alibaba. And the way I was making money on Alibaba was the market was underpricing for like two to 3 months. The market was underpricing these moves here up until about mid-November. Up until about mid-November, they started to make the options a lot more expensive. They caught on to my trick. So there's no free money in the market. They caught on to my tricks for a good 2 months. I was taking a lot of money away from Alibaba options, and I was making a lot of money on options in Alibaba pretty consistently. It was rare it was very rare to get a loser in Alibaba for me, and then they caught on, and then I had 2 losing trades in a row. And looking at it, when you lose like that, when you lose a couple trades in a row, you got to examine, okay, what's the option pricing? How is it looking? Is it getting too expensive? Is it not moving enough per the option pricing? And that's what it's doing. They jacked up the prices, and the stock had to move more to make money, and that's why I was getting screwed on my strangles. And I felt like we got a pretty good price today, $1.58 for Alibaba. The reason why I put the trade on is because up in here it keeps getting rejected around the 155 area and dropping lower. So I put on a bearish skewed strangle. I have the 120, the 152.50 put and the 160 call for protection, and I literally didn't think it was going to go like that. On December, let's see, at 105 I put this on. So at 105 today I put this on. So right here when it started to kind of break lower, right at this bar right here, right when it was about right when it was sitting at like 155, 154.90 area, I put the trade on. And the reason why I liked it is because the option prices got pretty deflated today on Alibaba because it wasn't going anywhere. So I like to put, if you're doing a strangle or you're buying something, especially if you're buying premium, you want those options to deflate. You want those option prices to go lower. You don't want to pay the higher price. Like when a stock gaps up and right at open, option pricing is going to be jacked up. Implied volatility is going to be jacked up. I mean, the option prices are going to be inflated, and especially the calls. Especially the calls are going to be inflated, and that's why, like at open, I like to take positions off instead of putting positions on, because you're most likely going to get in trouble. Because if you put a position on Alibaba today at open and then it didn't go anywhere, you were easily down 40 to 50%, or maybe even 30 to 50%. I will say you're easily down 30 to 50%. Jack, what's going on? So I didn't think it was going to break down like it did. I mean, like, I thought that it was going to go lower, yes, but I didn't think we were going to hit 151 area. I mean, that was just insane. It closed at 151.50. I mean, that's insane. So tomorrow, if it goes lower, I mean, we're going to be seeing, 150, 148 area, which will be very nice, because now I'm up on that position. I'm up 75% or so on this, 80%. So we did that. That was the only trades I did today. Microsoft, I kept on. So Microsoft was my big loser today, but we did talk about that yesterday. I left it on because I also had a plan. I was pairing the trade with Stitch Fix. So Stitch Fix worked out. Microsoft did not. And I knew that either one or the other was going to work out today, and Microsoft ended up not working out. However, I was only down 50. I'm still green on the week. Not much, Nick. Still thinking of how to sell 60K. You don't have 16K in options. Anyways. Okay. Yeah, so Microsoft has been trading in a kind of a crazy range. Yesterday we were back up here to 111, came all the way down to 107.50. 107.48 area. Then we gapped up. We're back up above 111 again today. We posted a weekly high of 111.27, and then now we gave it all back. So I just like when things are bouncing back and forth, and people could say, "Hey, why don't you sell the calls when they're up there? Or why don't you sell the puts when they're down there?" And the way that I do strangles, I trade them as a whole, because I've been screwed many times by taking bits and pieces off before. Yes, it does work from time to time, and yes, I will do it from time to time if I see that that's the case. But I generally don't like to trade them in pieces like that, because my initial goals for that trade was for a specific reason, and if that is no longer the case, I adjust it somewhere else. I don't adjust it within the same trade or within the same trade idea that I had. So, it's just what has worked for me. But yeah, today, Robinhood, let's talk about Robinhood. Robinhood was down for option traders. Let's see if I can pull this up. And I've been saying for a long time, if you guys see any of my Robinhood videos about option trading, I said that Robinhood is not free. I've been saying this ever since I started this channel. Let me see if I can show you this, guys. So, if you're looking here, I mean, we just had so many messages today. Robinhood not letting you get out. Robinhood not able to get out. This guy got his account deactivated. This guy lost money. This person, I don't know if they could have sold or not, but yeah, Robinhood. I mean, you look. There was a lot of messages. I mean, they were saying stocks were worth zero today. They were closing people's accounts. I mean, this was just insanity. Robinhood really making a strong case to switch brokers. This guy got his account closed. I mean, this whole thing was a mess. I mean, this guy, we're experiencing issues with options trading. Shut it down while we investigate. We currently have our engineering team working on this. But like, if you got to think about this though. They have millions of customers, and millions of customers couldn't exit. And I've been saying this for a while, is that Robinhood doesn't charge commissions, but on days like this, and you make up for it in the way their platform works, I mean, they try to make it easy for people, but you leave a lot of money on the table with your orders. You leave a lot of money on the table not being able to exit trades. Unlike, let's say, TD Ameritrade or Tastyworks or E-Trade or, whatever the case is. Since Robinhood doesn't charge for the commissions, they can't afford to pay for the infrastructure that other companies like, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Tastyworks can afford. They are making money off of your money being in there. They're making money off of interest. They're making money off of they basically use your money to make money. Essentially, and I can't verify this on any way, but I do feel that Robinhood trades against you. And what I mean by that, what I mean by that is when somebody opens up a trade, they open up an opposing trade, because I feel like, if you look at the majority of people that trade on Robinhood, they're probably beginners, probably new people. Experienced traders tend not to trade on Robinhood, just because, I mean, everyone, most experienced traders know what's going on. And, if most beginner traders are losing, why wouldn't you open up opposing trades to them? Why wouldn't you take the other side and make the money? I'm not saying that's the case, but we'll find out what their tactics are when they IPO. But interesting. JC, what's going on? So I only had 22 on Robinhood. It was up 39. So Robinhood put people in the very bad spot. Yes, they're offering. I see that they're offering 3 months worth of gold. But I mean, what's 3 months worth of gold? $30. Like $30 that you pay for, that you pay $10 a month for. I mean, that's not to make up. People were up big in positions and couldn't exit. People were down a little bit and then lost even more because they weren't in positions. I mean, you can go through our options trading group. I don't need to show this anymore, because I mean, we had so many messages today about Robinhood, and I've been saying for a while, and I'm not saying I'm exposing them anyway. I'm just showing you what's public, what public information, and how I've used the platform, and I've used Robinhood a lot. I've made Robinhood videos. I make a lot of Robinhood videos. But I use Tastyworks and Thinkorswim a lot as well. And I know what works well and what it should look like, especially during high volume days. And a long time ago, I got screwed out of the stocks and stuff I was doing with Robinhood, because on a very high volume day they crashed back in like 2016, 2015. On a very high volume day they crashed. I couldn't exit any positions. I've had times where I could open positions but not close them. I've had times that, and enough's enough, and you're only as good as a trader as, like, sometimes the tools allow you to be. Robinhood, I'll tell you guys right now, Robinhood does not allow you to be the best trader that you can be. You have to rely on, if you want to be a professional trader, if you want to make money, real money, consistent returns, you got to pay for the platform. You got to pay for the people working behind the scenes hard, so that way you can make the trades that you want to make. you know, and that's really what it's about. Yes, Robinhood's good if you're a casual investor. You just want to buy a couple stocks a year and hold on to it and say that's it. Robinhood's not for trading or day trading or anything like that. You know, that's not what they're there for. The niche that Robinhood set out for was getting millennials to start investing. It wasn't get millennials to start day trading or get millennials to be rich or anything like that. That was what their niche was. Ever since I switched to Tastyworks, I've been doing better. Coincidence? Yeah, Matthew. That's what I was saying. Like, better platforms, you get better tools. You're able to make better decisions. You're able to skip on trades that you would have lost money on, and you're able to go in on trades. You're able to go on trades that you believe in, and you're able to do the research, do the work, and, you know, Robinhood offering you $30 of Robinhood Gold is an insult. I lost over $350 because I couldn't sell my AMD calls. Still can't. My account is locked. Yeah, that's what exactly I'm talking about. And it's not funny. Like, people think it's funny. Like, it's not funny. It's not funny that people put their hard-earned money onto your platform because they trusted you. It's not funny that these people are losing money not because anyone did anything stupid. It's because the platform locked them out, and they are watching their balance go down, and they have no control over that. Like, Robinhood can't refund you the money. Robinhood can't give you a credit back for what you lost. Robinhood has insurance for these purposes, sure, but in their terms, they're not going to give you any compensation. They can't control the market. They can't control your positions. They can only control their platform. And I mean, this may lead to a huge class action lawsuit based on how much money people are losing. You know, if people can get it together, this may lead to a huge class action lawsuit. It may delay their IPO. I mean, this could be disastrous for them. I mean, people are still locked out. Yeah, Robinhood, they're offering, the compensation they're offering is Robinhood Gold free for 3 months, which is $30. They're offering you $30 in compensation. You know, it's like, so I've been urging people a long time, like, if you want to get serious about trading, it's okay if you want to use Robinhood and you just want to buy a call, put, test things out. If you just want to buy some stock and be very casual about it. But if you invest or trade as actively as I do, and I know a lot of you guys do that are in the chat right now, if you trade it actively, if you're doing a position, 2 positions, 3 positions a day, Robinhood's not going to be for you. Yes, it's going to cost you money, sure, but you know, the best things in life cost you money. Like you get what you pay for. At the end of the day, you get what you pay for. Tobin, how much day trading can I do on Robinhood? So, I mean, on Tastyworks. So it doesn't really matter what platform you're in. If you have a margin account, you got to have 25K, or you have the PDD rule. Cash accounts, you can trade any amount. You can day trade on a cash account, Tobin. You know, if you guys, I don't get any compensation for Tastyworks, but if you guys want to use my referral code, the link is below if you want to sign up for Tastyworks. I have a link down there for Tastyworks if you want to sign up for an account there. That's the only way I get compensated for this. I don't have any deals with any brokerages or anything like that. But yeah, if you have a cash account, let's say you put $2,000 in your cash account, you could day trade your cash account balance. You just gotta keep a track that you're not overspending. So that means you can exit as many trades as you want to, enter and exit as many trades as you want to per day, as long as you have the cash to back it up. Now, if you get in and out of trades, let's say you only had $2,000 and you traded $3,000, that's when you're gonna get a maintenance call and you're gonna have some trouble with Tastyworks. So, you know, just to keep that in mind when trading on, you know. The platform won't tell you. You have to keep track of it yourself. Don't they give you a Mac or Tesla if you have enough people, Peter? Yeah, if you guys use my referral code, they do give me credits. But the credits, Peter, it's a lot harder than you think because the people that you refer, you only get credit if they deposit $2,000 or more. And most people aren't depositing that much. Samuel, for the day or give a day. So for that day, so Samuel, let's say you had $2,000 and you did five 5 trades that you got in and out of 5 trades that equaled $100 or $500. So each trade was $100. You did 5 trades, it cost you $500. You have $2,000 in cash in your account, no problem. Tastyworks is T+1, so options settle next day. So you have that cash available. You have your full cash balance to trade with the next day. T+2 is stocks. Options is next day settlement. New perspective is Primerica 120 call option good. I bought it at 45 and now it's 120. It's supposed to go to 480. Why do you think? I guess new perspective. Why do you think it's going to go to 480 this week? You're already up. You're already up triple digits percentage wise. Yeah, Kit. In margin it's instant, but in a margin in your account, if you have less than 25K, which most people do, if they have less than 25K in your account, you're held to the PDT rule. So you need more than 25K to day trade. You only get 3 day trades per 5 business days. So I mean, Primerica, I don't know if they really trade. Let's check out the volume on these things. I didn't think they were that liquid. Yeah, I mean they're not that liquid. What call do you have? You have the 120 call option. Yeah, I mean, so again, guys, what's news perspective? What expiration do you have? Do you have December, January, March, June? Have you done a pros and cons Tastyworks versus Robinhood? I did. Let me look here. So you have the December 21st. So you have the 120 calls. Let me look up this video for you. Okay. So I think I do have a video pros and cons for Robinhood or Tastyworks versus Robinhood. If I can. Okay. Okay, Tastyworks. Okay, so I did a basics review. It looks like November 11th. Here, I'll give you the link. Okay, so I did this. I did a Tastyworks versus Robinhood video. It just covered the basics on it, and that's the link right there. So new perspective. The one thing that you got to be worried about this account. So you're saying you went from 45 to 125. You paid 45 cents. It's at 120, and the reason why it's calculating 120 right now is because it's the ask is 240, the bid is 0. You got to be very careful about these, though. The platform is saying there's no buyers here. There's no bid. Nobody is really trading these. I mean, volume today was 0. Open interest is 109. You're definitely not going to get $1.20 for this. You may be able to get 15 cents, 20 cents. Last trade was 20 cents, but I don't know what day that was because there's no volume here. This is a terrible setup. This you don't want to trade. You don't want to trade something that has 0 bid. You're easily gonna buy something that you can't sell. There's no buyers here. People don't want to buy this. Not saying that there's no buyers, but it's not going to be anywhere close to 240. It's not going to be anywhere close to $1.20 or even $1. Last price was 20 cents. You might be able to get 25 cents, maybe 20 cents again. or maybe even less. Maybe if you had calls and it went lower, well, it did go higher today. But you get the idea here. There's no volume here, no buyers, so that means you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna have a very hard time selling this. Like low volume options is very hard to trade, and because there's no bid here, I wouldn't touch these things. Like it's a terrible thing. USO, I was very surprised on DD1 as well. We had a pretty bullish day up until the end of the day. Then it broke down under 11. You know, just broke down at the end of the day here. Was looking pretty nice and consolidating above 11. I thought if we were going to get some consolidation above 11, it was gonna bounce or rip up, but that just fell apart. That just fell apart there. The one thing that I will say, you know, people have been asking me what my thoughts are on oil, and for my thoughts right now, as long as we stay above 50, I'm bullish on oil. But as soon as we're staying below 50, 49, 48 range, you know, you're gonna have to get bearish again. But right now, I mean, oil, it does look like it wants to consolidate to move back up, or just wants to stay this price for this foreseeable future. That's why I bought so far out options. I have January options on USO calls. So, you know, just to give you some context on why even though I'm down on my calls, why I'm still hanging on and why I'm not playing any defense on it is, one, I have a lot of time, and two, we're still above $50 a barrel here, and I think that above 50 right now is bullish, and if it's consolidating right here above 50, I mean that's good for it, and for if you're bullish on it. Any thought on cost and Adobe earnings? Costco, Adobe. I'm not looking to play the call, but afterwards I'm looking to make a move, especially there. But yeah, FC, kind of what I'll be looking at as well in Costco and Adobe. I won't be looking to trade the earnings, but I'll be looking to trade after earnings, kind of like I did to on Stitch Fix. And I did on CRM a couple weeks ago, Stitch Fix this week, trading it after earnings. Costco's generally, like I said this before, Costco's generally not a big mover on earnings. They did gap down a bit last time, but generally they're pretty flat. Like back in here, pretty flat. Back in March, flat. Back here, March was flat for earnings. Small gap up back last December, you know, so you might get a push up, but you got to look. We're at the top of the range here. We're near the top of the range here. 245, 240, 240. You know, hit 240, broke down, went up 245, broke down. Right now we're at like 227, 230 was 230 today. So depending on what I think for a Costco. Depending on if it goes up or down, you have to see if it's going to break below 220 or break above 240 is really what I'd be looking at. Adobe, yeah, this kind of looks the same. It's kind of mid range right now. High of 277. You know, consolidation right around like 236 area. Did break down pretty hard on our last sell off here. Down to 208, back up to 260. So this would definitely be a nice one. I think Adobe though, doesn't have that liquid of options, so it gets a little difficult to trade. Actually, not looking so bad on the monthlies, the weeklies. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. Not terrible. Puts not a lot of action there, but calls look good. So there's some liquidity there. Yeah, like I said, you just got to be careful about that. Oh, Costco reported today? No, Costco reports tomorrow, I thought. Yeah. Costco reports. Yeah, December 13th. So Costco trades tomorrow. I forgot about CRM. Yeah, I haven't looked at CRM ever since I got out of it last week. Let's see. What's a good one? Yeah, it's still chilling here. CRM's been a good trade. Really, I don't think Costco reported today. Yeah, it's set for tomorrow after close. Robinhood saying it's reported. Yeah, so Thinkorswim saying it's not reported, and let's look at Tastyworks. If you're not sure, check multiple platforms and sources. Yeah, December 13th here, earnings, December 13th after the bell. Samuel, take it easy, man. Can't even get accurate news. Oh man, yeah. Check multiple platforms. Yeah, I'm seeing here Costco earnings scheduled, as you can see up here, December 13th, 2018, and then over here on Tastyworks saying right here earnings December 13th after the bell. So depending on how those go, you know, it could be good. When does Adobe report? Does that report tomorrow as well? Adobe's today. Adobe's today. Let's see what they did. Nothing yet. Yeah, I don't. Says Adobe's today, December 12th, right? I don't know if they haven't reported yet or they report in about 20 minutes. Sometimes they report an hour after close, but yeah, I don't see any action here on Adobe. Tomorrow? Everyone's messed up. Okay, so that's weird. So yeah, this is why you gotta check multiple sources. This is saying Thinkorswim saying December 12th, and Tastyworks is saying December 13th after the bell. Shirley, what's going on? If you're new here, say what up so we can meet. Sammy just graduated at Tastyworks. So looks like in this case, Adobe Thinkorswim is wrong and Tastyworks is right. So, you know, best to check multiple sources before making a trade, because as you can see, and this time, you know, Robinhood was reporting Costco wrong, and now Thinkorswim is reporting Adobe wrong. So that's fun. So yeah, be aware that your platform could be wrong. So we're at 42 minutes. What else you guys trading? I want to talk about real quick before you drop some tickers. Let's look at SPX. We've been eyeing this 2600 level. It looked like it wanted to break out in bullish formation to be above 2700, but it just got smacked down at close. We're at 2651 right now. Like I said, below 2600, we're in big trouble. It just got smacked. You know, at 2685 got smacked hard all the way down to 2650. It was a nonstop bloodbath. I mean, just terrible. So just be aware. Sorry, Nick. So you're bullish or bearish in Costco? Matthew, I'm not bullish or bearish on either. Like I said, it depends on where earnings takes them. Is it going to take them below support, or is it going to take them above resistance? And then I will decide. But right now I don't know if I'm bullish or bearish on it because I don't know where the price is. AMD, okay, AMD, and then we'll do NVIDIA. AMD, we talked about this yesterday, still looks bullish in terms of it keeps making higher lows. So back down in here was 16, this low here is 17, this low here is 19. So it looks to like, you know, it's going a lot slower pace, but it's taking them, you know, it's going in a kind of a bullish uptrend right now. NVIDIA, God help NVIDIA. NVIDIA actually looks to be stabilizing down here, but if you look, I mean, it may be doing some performing some sort of new support down in here. It did bounce pretty hard last time. It was down in the 140 area back in July. not, I wouldn't really call support, but it looks like it may be forming support around this area now, around the 140 area. So if we can get to form support, then it could go back up. But you got to think about, why would it go back up? Why did it go back? Why did it go all the way up to 292? You know, you got to figure out what the catalysts are right now for NVIDIA. You know, cryptocurrency is no longer a catalyst for NVIDIA since the price on the cryptocurrency is dropping so fast. You know, you have to think about, you know, yes, it may be stabilizing, but it could just be preparing for this next leg down to like the 100 area, as you can see here. You know, and there's a lot of people right now bag holding this. You know, the people that bought above 200 are bag holding this with hope that, you know, they've been holding on, they didn't sell, holding on, and those are those people right now. They're deciding right now if they want to buy more to average down. Do they want to sell their position and get out of it? And it really depends on what those people want to do. Do they want to stay in and think it's going to go up more, or eventually will they lose hope and it will go, you know, lower down to 100? So, and also you got to think about what the big funds are doing, hedge funds, institutions. You know, why did they buy it? Why did they add it to the portfolio? Why did they sell it? Why are they selling it? You know, but right now 140 seems to be pretty good if it can consolidate right here, but needs a catalyst. I bought 5 shares of NVIDIA at 144 after day. It got beat up bad, then realized that it's not sufficient use of my 750. Agreed. Shirley got into AU on December 4th, but I think it's at resistance. GS and MU and AU. Okay, AU. Let's see here. I don't know if yeah, AU is not that liquid for me to trade, but if I'm looking at the chart here, yes, it's coming to the high end of its range here. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely getting toppy up here. I mean, it could break through, but you need it to be above 1250 or so. GS, I mean, just been, I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, GS is at a multi-year low. What do we do? Yes, I know we talked about this yesterday. You know, right now, like I said, right now, there's really no support where it's at. Options are really overpriced on it as well. Easily can come down to 160 if it breaks down through that. I mean, we're obviously going to like 140, 130 area, but 160. It appears next stop is 160 area, since it's not slowing down. I mean, we're at a multi-year low here. I mean, it's not looking good. I mean, it has not caught a break all year long. Are Robinhood options the options found on other broker platforms? Options are traded on the exchange. The brokerages just allow you to connect to those exchanges. So yes, they're different. I mean, everyone's trading the same contracts. Rage Maximus. Ice cooler, man. Sorry to hear. Yeah, you guys. If you're just joining now, you missed my rant on Robinhood. You'll have to hit the replay. Also, if you guys want to sign up for Tasty Works, I did leave a link below if you guys want to use my referral code. If not, it's cool. But if you want to use it, go for it. All big downs are downgrading NVIDIA, and one removed a $3 billion stake. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been making money on GS, but I haven't traded it just because the options got so expensive. But it's a risky trade for strangles, and then buying puts. I mean, it's in a bad spot right now. It's in a bad spot. New perspective. What platform to use? You can use any platform. If there's no bid, like you were looking at Prime America, if there's no bid, means no buyers. And there's also no volume, means nobody's trading these. Nobody wants these. Nobody wants these. There's no demand. So for options to work, like if you look at like SPY, people want to trade SPY because it's liquid and it's in demand. I mean, if you look at the, I mean, you can look at anything here. I mean, volume was 1,000, open interest is 1,000. If you look at the monthlies, probably even more. Yeah, the monthlies, you know, volume 17,000, 29,000. But this is one of the most liquid ETFs on the marketplace. So, but just to show you, anything I like to trade options that are above 500 volume. Even Robinhood shows you the volume if it works. I want to make some coin on GS. I've never traded FC. I've made some good money this year on GS. You just got to be careful not to overpay. Options are easily overpriced in that, and when GS doesn't want to move, it doesn't move. It stops. So just be aware. It's a good stock to trade. I enjoy trading GS. It's just right now the options are pretty pricey, and also if it chooses to consolidate, you're crushed. But that's the same with any stock right now in the market. I actually almost didn't put that Alibaba trade on. I'm glad I did. Was for that reason that options were a bit overpriced, and I just got in because the Alibaba was consolidating, and I just made it in just in time, and then it crashed, and you know I'm up some good money on it now. So. You can see the options chart as far back as you like. Yep. Momo. What's Momo? Yeah, pretty low volume as well. But yeah, this chart down here, I mean, looks like they had a rough year as well. I mean, the options are low volume, so you just got to be careful on that. It is bouncing around where its support was, where it's bounced in the past around 25. So if this can recover, you can get some bullish momentum here to kind of close this gap here at 30. Yeah, Baba was the trade of the day today. I'm glad they gave us the opportunity. Hopefully we can gap down to 150 to 148 tomorrow. We'll make some real coin. I wouldn't put GS in the same category as Ford or Wells Fargo. GX actually has some pretty big moves. I mean, this is a big move in 8 to 12 weeks. We've gone from 230, 250 range down to 176. Ford doesn't really move like that. Ford moves. I mean, but it's also a $9 stock, $8 stock. So AT&T. We did look at this like a while back. Yes, the downtrend is real, but it's holding 30 pretty good. This is another one that is at multi-year lows as well. So you got to be mindful of that. They don't just go there for no reason. How far we got to go back here? 4 years. So it's at. Wow. This is terrible. Okay, so this is. I've gone back 5 years, and AT&T's at when was the last time it was 30? Okay, the last time it was 30 was in 2010. So just keep that in mind. It looks like it's consolidating down here, but keep in mind the last time it was this price was 2009. AKA terrible. Rage Maximus, Apple looks done. Yeah, Apple, we did talk about, I do like trading Apple. Apple is, I haven't traded it for a little bit. We need Apple below 160. We need Apple to be below 160 to really start making some money on it. And holding below 160, kind of what we're looking for is above 180, below 160. And right now we're basically between that. So we got to wait. Well, at least, the way that I see it, I want to wait. Bid and ask pretty wide on GS. 18,160 put. Might try to slide in there. GS for January. GS, which one are you looking at? 160. Yeah, it's not terrible. About 15 cents. I mean, they had 400 contracts traded. It's not terrible. Not too wide. I mean, yes, it's a little wider than you'd like, but it's not that bad. I can get in and out of GS pretty easily. Josh, feeling like Apple may hit 155 by the end of the year. Could happen. I definitely could see that. So, right now I'm looking for Apple to get below 160 or above 180, and then I'll start getting interested again. All right, we got about 5 minutes on the stream. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Any other stocks you want to talk about before we sign off? We got about 5 minutes left on this stream. But yeah, Apple. Yeah, Apple below 160, above 180 is really where I'll start getting interested again. King Jacob, CMG. So the one thing I do like trading CMG, I have made some money on it earlier this year, and last year CMG made me a lot of money. Just because it was very two-sided last year. We had very range bound last year. It was like one of the only stocks that wasn't performing well last year. And last year, as you can see, we were very range bound. Every time it came up to like 340, 320 area, it would fall back down, and then it kind of finally broke out. What I don't like about CMG right now, it's just kind of boring. It needs to break out of this pattern here. It's just chilling here at like between 460, 480, and very boring. You can get some good pricing on it, but right now it's been staying the same price for a while, so you're not really making that much money. So, you really want this to be above 500 or below, really below 415. DD1, next stream is tomorrow, 30 minutes after market close. What's a good YouTube book source to learn about analysis? Try to get better at that. If anyone has a good, I don't really know. I've always just done my own analysis. Had some bad tacos yesterday. Chef. Chef's Warehouse. I actually haven't looked into. Guys are killing me today with these low volume. Like, no one's trading these options. Nobody wants these. Yeah, CMG was 700 a few years ago until people got sick. Peter, what is on watch tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm looking at, I need to exit my BABA trade. I need to get out of my Microsoft trade. I'll be looking at, obviously I'm in Under Armour, Stitch Fix. I'm in Bank of America. I'm looking at that. And I'll be looking at depending if it's bullish or bearish tomorrow, I'll be looking at SPX defending this range here, the low 2600. See if it finally rips through and stays there, or if it's gonna bounce again. I'll let you take it easy. Low volume options you want to stay away from. A laundry list of reasons. Yeah. What is the chart under your volume? Chart ice cooler. This is oh, you can't see what it says. Let me minimize it. This is an implied volatility study in Thinkorswim, and it tracks implied volatility. Did you want to take it easy? I'm signing off as well in about 1 minute. You can track implied volatility here. Sherman, I like to trade options are 500 and above. 300 is okay. 500 and above is really what I like to do. New perspective, take it easy. But if you want to add the implied volatility study, you just go to studies, and then you can go to all studies and under I, under I, add right here, imply volatility. Nick is very serious about getting good prices. It pays off. You got to be serious about option pricing. You either get ripped off, or you want to make money, or you want to get ripped off. Like people, it's very easy to get ripped off on pricing. Very easy to get ripped off on pricing. Most people, that's where people make the money. Especially if you're buying options. Like if you're selling options, you're an easy target if you're overpaying. Rage Maximus, take it easy. So, all right, guys, I'm signing off. You guys have a great day. If this video was of value to you, hit the like button. If you excuse me, if you want to sign up for Tasty Works, the link is below. Go. If you were late to the stream and want to get my thoughts on Robinhood, about 20 minutes in, after I did my trade recap, you could check out what I thought about Robinhood. So you guys take it easy. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. It's always us versus herd.